Hi, good evening. In accordance with the provisions of MGL Chapter 38, Section 20, notice is hereby given that the Conservation Commission meet on Wednesday, March 4th, 2026, 7 p.m. in the Town Hall Meeting Room 124, 1 Liberty Lane, Norfolk, Mass. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting at 1 Liberty Lane, Norfolk, Mass, or by remote Zoom connection provided. Please note that the in-person meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the remote connection. All right, so...
I move we open the meeting.
Yep. So take a motion to open the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Meeting is open. All right, so we could go to correspondence. There's an invoice for the Commies Pond for 404.55. I don't know if everybody saw that, and so that's the electrical after all the connections and all that stuff for there. There's you vote on the Pop-O-Matic and all those bills?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Under new old business. It was a listing of all the maintenance that's going to be done at,
You can,
Invasive weed
Yeah.
control.
you want to
you
wait for
want-
David?
I think wait for David, but if you want to.
Okay.
Why don't you could do the February 4th minutes.
Okay. So, we have February 15th and February 4th minutes to approve. Everybody read them? Anything?
January 15th.
Yep. I'm sorry. So if I could have a motion to approve the January 15th, 2026?
So we'll do
Minutes?
roll call because Peter's online now. So.
Oh, okay. See, we'll go to roll call vote now. All right. So Peter's here, so we're going to go to a roll call vote.
Do we need to do these minutes individually?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I move we accept the January 15 minutes, 2026 for the special remote meeting.
Paul Cole, second.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Start with Paul.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye.
Bell Sound, abstain.
Peter?
Peter Cook and I.
Okay. The minutes pass. All right, so now we need a motion for the February 4th minutes.
Bell Sound, I make a motion to approve the February 4th, 2026 minutes.
Adam Zucker, second.
All right. Paul? Roll call vote.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye.
Bell Sound, aye.
Peter?
Peter Cook and abstain. I was not there.
Okay. So we have 4, so the motion passes.
Excellent. So you did see that, the Eversource notification in terms of maintenance?
Yeah. So that was,
We don't need to vote on that, do we?
yeah. Yeah, so
No,
they're
it's just
the
information.
typical maintenance on the power lines. They let us know that they're going to go out there.
Yep.
They, typically through the wetlands, they know through their own, they go out there, they know where they need to put down any fencing if they need to, any baffles. They know where and when where they can and cannot use chemical treatments and where they have to use mechanical treatments. So they're just basically let us know that that activity's going to be happening.
Yes.
And then, like we talked about Commies Pond, there's a meter at the pond that runs the aerator and stuff for that pond.
Which we have shut off right now, so.
Right. But we do need a motion to pay that
Correct.
invoice.
No, actually, the invoice will be paid by the CPC, so it's just more for your information.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll see it again.
If you did want to go to Clark Street, you could do that, the COC. Is that one's in order, right, Caitlin, the CO, Clark Street?
Yes. So I visited the site actually February 28th, 2024. And this was following the issuance of the emergency certification there, following the spill that happened on the property. The after the fact notice of intent only included work that had already been conducted for the immediate response actions following the spill. So nothing new was proposed. So yeah, that is all set. I would recommend the commission issue a full COC for this order of conditions.
Okay. So, I guess I need a motion.
Anybody else?
Want to spread around the motions?
No, I have comments.
Valso and I make a motion that we issue a full COC for 2 Clark Street, DEP number 240-0682.
Paul Khalil, second.
Peter,
All right, do a roll call vote.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Valso and I.
Peter?
Peter Kokenda, aye.
Motion carries.
All right, excellent. All right, so might as well go to the,
And we have those to sign for today?
Yes.
Okay.
so might as well just go to the, under new old business, so you received proposals from Water Wetlands for Populatic Pond, City Mills Pond, and Highland Lake, in keeping with the treatment plan that's been proposed. So, actually, I was speaking with Caitlin. So in the past, she actually signed them in discussions with Cindy from CPC. So I will sign them. You can vote on them if you like. We are supposed to get a proposal for Comey's Pond. We don't have that yet. I think it's
So the backstory on this, going back, probably like 3 years now, maybe, or 4, we started getting, they would basically go to one body of water, and it'd be this catastrophic, plant pullings and treatments and stuff like that, and we were just going from putting out fires, and it was just one giant, and the bills were a lot more. So we approached the company and said, what do other towns do? And they do maintenance, so that's what this is. So every year, that allows them, if there's any type of an outbreak during the year, if there's anything that they see, they can fix. But before, they would see an outbreak, have to come to the meeting, we'd have to vote on it, get it approved, and then the funding, depending on when that was. So this solves all of that. And that's why there's all these bills, is that trying to get them so they go to all the bodies of water every year, so the fees are a lot less. Yeah, so.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Populatic in particular. We had,
Have you opened the meeting?
we have.
Where are you at?
Here.
We're jumping around.
Oh,
For old new
I checked off what
business.
we've already done.
You know what?
And we're
Good point.
right here at,
Go back to
this
South.
street, the water.
Yeah.
right here.
okay.
We'll come back to lakes and ponds,
Okay,
or go to the first item on the agenda.
okay. The public hearing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll accept a motion to open the public hearing.
Yeah, we already done all that. We just need to start with 43 Merrill Lake.
Yeah,
We already opened the meeting.
okay. Well, it's continued from the last time. Where are we with that?
The applicant has their wetland specialist. And we have, and Caitlin, we have online, she'll report, she's reviewed the project, but I'll defer to Russ right now, just to kind of give an update.
Yep, evening, everybody. Russ Waldron. So this is a completely redesigned project, and 3 main components are the 3-bedroom residence, unattached 2-car garage, and a new septic system. It was originally designed with one wall down along here, just back from the shoreline. That's still there. There's going to be a stairway down at each end. A second wall here is going to enclose a bluestone patio. This lower wall extends all the way up to just a hair past the front corner of the house, and that's been done to ensure that all the runoff here goes down, travels down between the walls, and then just sort of naturally re-infiltrates down here. This area is going to be a combination of some lawn and gardens, and the runoff from this point goes towards the street, so it'll, infiltrates up here in the front or backyard, whichever way you want to look at it. 2 Cultec infiltrators for the house and the driveway. The driveway is going to require taking down 2 or 3 black cherries here. These things are in really bad shape, bittersweet multiflora rose. One of them's 2/3 of the way dead, and the other 2 aren't far behind. I haven't proposed any mitigation plantings, but, if the commission wants that, we could certainly, do something down along here, along the wall. Easy enough. There's a walk, new driveway, and a walk that sort of goes between the house and the garage. And the guys over at Dunn McKenzie I believe they're saying the yard is coming up 7 feet to level it, so that you can walk out the house straight out and right across the yard. So the walls are going to be, this wall particularly is going to be pretty high, and that's going to level the whole yard out. And that's it. Again, I said new septic system tank, new field. The original plan was to just go with the existing, but that didn't work out from what I understand, so it's all new and it's all going to get replaced. And that's pretty much the gist of it.
Okay. Rich or Caitlin, do you have anything to say?
We both do, but Caitlin, go first.
Yeah, I can say a few things. We met and talked about this project. We talked a lot about the limit of work and exactly, what the plan showed as far as the limit of work, where the wall is in relation to the resource areas. So I think this revised plan that was submitted does a really good job of showing exactly what work is being proposed and where it's located. The revised plan has a nice detail showing the wall. Maybe Russ could point that out there. So I think as far as necessary plan revisions, that has been completed satisfactorily. So I'm satisfied with that. I also wanted to note that I like that the design doesn't have the wall go completely across the rear of the property. There is still a place where, or the wall is set farther back. So wildlife, birds can still access that portion of the bank and still utilize that. Russ mentioned something about mitigation plantings. I think if there were going to be mitigation planting, that would be a good area to put some native wildlife-friendly shrubs there.
And that is the exact wall that's going to be
And then,
built. Those are the walls.
No, okay. Rich?
So in terms of, we had a meeting before this evening to talk about, so the applicants, they'll be going to the zoning board of appeals on March 18th to go for the special permit in order to raise the home and then build a new home there. So that's going to happen on March 18th. But the discussion today was that in terms of what happens from that process, the plan's pretty well tight in terms of the commission can certainly approve this project if you want this evening, because whatever were to happen at that meeting really wouldn't impact the site itself in terms of the property.
Yeah.
I think if you want to hear from Caitlin on that point, you certainly did. She could talk to that point.
Anything to add, Caitlin? To what Rich said?
Yeah, just so, from discussions with the applicant, it sounds like the location of the house itself might shift more towards the center of the property, so a little bit to the east. And just in general, that there might be plan revisions, although that's not certain at this point. I think based on hearing, what the plan revisions might consist of, that's not anything that necessarily would impact the commission's decision tonight. I think they would be, classified as minor modifications versus, significant plan changes that would require altering the permit or make this project not permittable. It does sound like the house is, moving significantly closer to the wetland resource areas, or changing the general scope of the work. It's still, a single-family home with septic, and then of course, the wall.
So I had two questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Two questions. One, the bluestone, is that going to be permeable?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure that we don't reduce the riverfront. Okay.
That was a
Second
mistake
question
on my
is,
part. It's actually going to be a pervious paver.
okay,
Just Jimmy over at Dunn McKenzie forgot to
okay,
relabel it.
all right, very good. And then you're going up 7 feet in the back. How does that look like with the neighbors? Is that going to cause any more water runoff?
No,
to the
no, they're
bordering
accounting for
properties,
all the runoff has to stay on site.
Okay,
It has to by law. And so that's why they extended the wall all the way up to the front of the house. And the grading will take from that, it's almost like a mini watershed divide right there at the top of the,
Okay.
you can tell with the contours. Everything stays inside the wall. It comes down towards the lake and just re-infiltrates naturally. Anything above that contour goes into the front yard.
okay. That's all I had.
Anybody else got questions? Anybody in the audience or on Zoom?
Russ, just one quick question, if I may. On the water line, that's going to be 7 feet in height at the water line?
No, it's,
7 feet.
the lower wall is probably
4 feet.
3 feet, 3 feet back. Yeah.
Right.
Now, we specifically kept it out of the water to avoid having to file Chapter 91 and deal with, the flood zone and all
I
that.
assume you're going to use coffer dams to stabilize?
I've had the process described to me, and it's pretty slick. It's not a coffer dam thing. They're like bags that they swap.
Yes.
I'm going to be the one probably building it, and we use the process of Rich Anderson Trucking out of Rentham.
Okay.
We use 4x4x4 sandbags, and they're all connected together, and we put them in. But in front of that, there'll be a turbidity curtain that'll stop any siltation. And then what I'll probably do is up in the backyard, we'll build almost like a septic system. Everything will be pumped to that through silt bags to dry the wall out, because we have to get at least one block below lake level for the base of the block.
What are you going to use for a base underneath your first level of a block?
The Ready Rock, the bottom block that's red right there,
Right?
that block is 47 inches wide and 41 inches deep and 18 inches tall, weighs about 3,300 pounds.
Yeah,
That will be your
concrete.
base block.
I was referring to the, I see it appears here.
Three-quarter stone.
Drain up, right? That
Yes.
was my question.
Yes.
Three-quarter.
It'll sit on a base of a minimum of 6 inches. The Ready Rock Company, once the plan's finally drawn and tweaked, we send it to them and they engineer it. And where it shows the little drain pipe right there,
Right.
that pipe will actually be up near the yellow block. That won't be that low because that pipe would be underwater.
Pitch.
It's right there. It'd be under lake water. Lake level is going to
Yeah,
be probably in
right,
the
the
middle of the
green.
bottom block.
Sure. You can see the green line, that's your water
Correct,
line.
yes.
Okay. If there's no other questions, I'll take a motion to close this hearing.
Adam Zucker, so moved.
Second.
Also in my second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Well, I guess we have to take a roll call since Peter's on Zoom. Why don't you start?
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye.
Dave Turi, aye.
Also an aye.
Peter Cook, aye.
Okay, it passes. Progress.
We just closed the hearing.
Yeah, now we have to vote on it.
Don't worry. It's a formality.
Technicality.
You got him excited, you know. Okay, I'll accept,
his guards.
I'll accept a motion to issue the notice of intent for 43 Mirror Lake.
Do we want to discuss some potential special conditions?
Vegetation plantings such as?
Yeah, I think, we don't have a plan showing, like a detailed planting schedule, but I think a general special condition that requiring native plantings might be a good idea here. And another special condition, I think prior to construction, a schematic should be submitted showing the 4x4x4 sandbag and turbidity curtain BMP, just so that we have that on record. And the commission might want to consider having a requirement that someone go out to inspect this BMP, not necessarily prior to construction, but during construction to make sure that it's doing its job.
So notifying the office of when it's going to take place. Okay,
Right.
all right.
Is that it?
I think she's complete.
Yeah, I think I think that those two, or I guess three, would be sufficient. So a general requirement of native landscape plantings. Prior to construction, submit the schematic for BMPs with the construction of the wall, and also give notice to the office prior to work beginning for inspection of said BMPs.
Okay. That ties it up, I think. Okay, let's,
I'm Adam Zucker moves, we issue an order of intent for DEP. Order of conditions for DEP 240-0678 with the special conditions of plan for native plantings on the property, a schematic of the sandbag and turbidity screen that they'll have to build the wall, and the opportunities to inspect it prior to construction beginning.
okay.
A little second
And notice to the office.
And, no, yeah.
notice.
And notice to the office.
All right, all in favor, say, well, we'll take a vote. Peter, you're first.
Peter Cook, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye.
Dave Turi, aye.
Also an aye.
Okay, it passes.
Now
Thank
you're
you.
good. There you go.
Very much.
Very well. Getting closer.
Okay, 19 Valley Street. This is a continuation from last meeting, and the applicant wants to continue it to the April 1st meeting. So I'll accept a motion to continue DEP 240-0681 to April 1 at 7:05.
Do we already have something at 7:01?
No?
He said 7:05.
He wanted 7:05.
Didn't you say April 1 at 7:05?
Yeah, that's what it says on my note.
I just didn't know if we had something already.
Yeah,
Or if
no,
needed
we can
it.
do this, we can do 7:01. We'll make
Yeah,
it.
that's the first one.
All right.
Reasonable.
And they're gonna be, just for additional information to you, they're going to the planning board next week at the March 10th meeting. Everything is pretty much in order, so I anticipate the planning board will approve it next week, so when you get it back in April, that process will be complete.
You're right. Excellent.
So I'll accept a motion to continue this.
Peter
Valson,
Kokenas, so moved.
okay. Valson, I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, Peter?
Paul, yeah.
Peter Kokenas, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye.
Dave Turri, aye.
Valson, aye.
Okay, that passes. So we'll see that on April 1. 364 Main Street. They want to continue this.
No,
Well, they're here. I mean,
no. You're going to open the public hearing?
Yeah. So I accept a motion to open this public hearing.
Adam Zucker, so moved.
Is there a second?
Paul Khalil, second.
All in favor?
Peter.
Peter?
Peter Kokenas, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye.
Dave Turri, aye.
Valson, aye.
Okay.
There you go.
So they want to continue this until there's no DEP number.
Another.
they're here to make a presentation.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Please identify yourself and...
Green light.
Ouch.
Green light on? Yeah, there you go.
Hey, hello, my name is Bill Kenny from Riverhawk Environmental. I'm a licensed site professional, and I'm here to present filing a notice of intent associated with the cleanup of a diesel spill at 364 Main Street. It's a little bit of a hiccup. I don't think we've been issued a Mass DEP number at this point. We reached out to them today because it was kind of coming down to the last moment, and we didn't hear back. So whatever we need to do, if it needs to be continued or whatever, till we get the number from the DEP. It's a nice opportunity. We were ready to present today, so thanks for having us.
Yeah, we normally don't discuss it or take any action until we get the DEP number.
Okay.
So we'll have you come back April 1 at 7:10.
Okay. Do you want me to just forego presenting this now and wait for then? Is that just easier for everybody else that's here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
We'll give you the practice.
Man brought his gear.
All right. Sounds good. I'll give you a quick version. Diesel spill from a tractor trailer, from the saddle tank of a tractor trailer that got snagged on a bollard. About 50 gallons of diesel released. Of course, it was raining when the release episode occurred, because when it rains, it pours, I guess. So there was a surface spill, sort of on the western side of the site. You can see it with a bit of detail on this plan where the remediation areas were, the soil removal areas were. The main course of action were recovering the diesel impacted puddles using a vacuum truck. Deployment and recovery of absorbents, just to deal with the remaining impacts to the pavement, and then removal of about 40 yards of impacted soil along the edges of the pavement. There's a lot going on from wetlands resource perspective, where portions of the soil removal area, at least, were within a designated Zone AE flood zone area, within the 200-foot riverfront of a stream, and also within the 100-foot buffer zone of a wetland to the west of the site. We did call in when we identified that we were in a sensitive area, called the Conservation Commission, and we were issued an emergency certification to do certification. I always screw that one up. But we called. We remembered to call this time, so that was a positive thing. And we're here now to present the, or maybe in a couple weeks, to present the notice of intent after the fact. The site was stabilized with a dense grade backfill and seeded with a riparian mix, a seed mix. This all happened in November, so we haven't seen the any
The season hasn't started.
Exactly. I think the expectations for this situation would be hopefully the issuance of a order of conditions that would require just some inspection and standard maintenance of the restoration areas. So that's it in a nutshell. Totally, it's a bummer, but it's totally fine if we need to come if we come back in a couple weeks. We're not anyway, so.
We would have you come back on the April 1.
I think it's fine to discuss it. We just can't close, the commission can't close the hearing until there's the DEP file number. Bill, could you talk a little bit more about where you're at with Mass DEP waste site cleanup?
Sure. Yeah, that's a good comment.
Those filings?
Yeah, so the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, Mass DEP, issued a release tracking number and approved response actions under the immediate response action provisions of the Massachusetts Contingency Plan. So we did these cleanup activities, collected numerous samples from the excavation areas and post-remediation inspections, and filed a closure report, a permanent solution statement with no conditions with the DEP. Within 60 days of the release. So the Mass DEP and BWSC program kind of motivates people to move quickly. Less reports, less penalties and fine or fees, compliance fees, I guess. So it's always a motivating factor to move through that as quickly as possible. And that's complete. And we'd be happy to share the closure report with the group too. I don't know if there's an online program that we can. Oh. Perfect. Well, that's the notification that the report was submitted. If you guys would like, I can. I don't know if there's like a file portal or something like that. I'm comfortable uploading the report.
Yeah, you could talk to Elaine, and you can do it, and we'll have it for the next meeting.
Okay.
And she puts it in a file for us, and we can open it up and share it.
Cool.
And okay, have the detail.
Mm-hmm.
So that closure report, Bill, was there a finding that the contamination was reduced to background?
I have it with me. I can't remember if we had to do a risk characterization for this. It may have just been all below the DEP standards, and we had to do a risk characterization. It was very low, the concentrations residual in soil, if any. Yeah, it was not to background. It was closed with a method 1 risk characterization. So the residual levels of petroleum hydrocarbons were about 100 times lower than the most rigorous S1 standards. So like the residential S1 GW1 standard. So that was a pretty conclusive evidence that site closure was appropriate. And we submitted at least 8 samples for laboratory analysis for post-excavation conditions.
Okay, thanks for checking that.
Any other discussion?
So how did so I think what was it, 30 cubic yards of impacted soil were
removed?
Removed?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it was 30 yards in 40 about 40 tons. That I said 40 yards earlier, and I was misspoken. I'm sorry. And the sort of displaced area was backfilled immediately. The grades stayed the same. No modification of grades or anything, or impervious area.
Soil was brought in.
That's a lot of clean fill to bring in.
Right. It was a dense grade, so it was sort of like the gray colored dense grade material. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. It wasn't definitely wasn't nasty urban fill that we brought in. So that was good. One thing I didn't mention is we did have the contractor place erosion controls, and especially the downslope side of the area that was close to the stream, and they've been kind of keeping an eye on that every month or so and maintaining as necessary. It was originally silt fence, and we had them go back and kind of enhance it with a compost fiber roll, just mostly because it was the winter and it was frozen, but just kind of works out for the best. And we were pretty close to the stream.
Well, let's get a DEP number and work on it next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
April Fools.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't fools when at that point we did request it. It was kind of a last minute request from the DEP, and it's understandable if she wasn't able to get it for us, but it's all good.
The only quick question I have is on the backfill that was removed and replaced, who signed off on it? Or was it required?
I didn't require it from an LSP perspective, but we can get some source material testing from that, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, that's just standard, again, when you take out, especially where it's contaminated, where it's not located and removed right away and replaced, and you said you hydroseeded or used seed?
Seed mix, yeah.
Tough time of year, naturally. May have to be reseeded, but
yeah,
it was, obviously enough soil that will inhabit the grass and whatever you said it was a rye mixture.
Riparian, like,
Right.
the transition area.
Right. Very good.
Okay.
You need a motion?
I do.
Adam Zucker moves that we move 364 Main Street to April 1st at 7:10 p.m.
Is there a second?
Paul Khalil, second.
Any further discussion? Okay. Peter?
Peter Gogena, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye. Jim Wilson, aye.
Dave Turri, aye.
Valstone, aye.
Okay, we'll see you on April 1st. Thank you.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Okay, we're at 3 Leland Road. I'll take a motion to open this public hearing for the RDA.
Adam Zucker, so moved.
Is there a second?
Paul Khalil, second.
All in favor? Peter?
Peter Gogena, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye. Jim Wilson, aye.
Dave Turri, aye.
Valstone, aye.
Okay. Identify yourself and...
Good evening. My name's Dave Terrian. I'm the applicant's representative for a request for determination applicability for the replacement and upgrade of an existing septic system at 3 Leland Street. The current system that's there now is a cesspool, and that they have a design that's been approved by Board of Health to install the new system that's shown on the plan here. The lot itself faces Leland Street. It's 3 Leland Street, but access is from Miller Street between the house on 34 and 36. The resource area is on the adjacent lot, right down to this area here. And when I flagged it in, I think it was November, there was a little bit of standing water. It appears to be would have been an isolated land subject to flooding, but there's a culvert that goes across that drains it, so it would be a vegetated wetland under that scenario. The the cesspool is, I believe, right here, and No, I'm sorry, it's right here.
Close to
Looks like two of them.
Yeah. The proposed construction would be to have, they would come in with a truck and pump them and clean them and then collapse them because the new septic tank, a 1,500-gallon two-stage, two-chamber septic tank would be installed, and the leaching system would be on the adjacent to the existing barn to the back of the lot. Because of the location, the proposed work would have them come in along the existing driveway, come around the back, and they'd come in and they'd abandon the two tanks, two cesspools, and then install the piping in the new tank, and then work their way back out with the leaching system installed in this area. There's a storage area for material that's removed from the site up in here. It would be short-term storage. It may very well be removed in the same day. Siltation erosion control is proposed along here that would contain any runoff on the site. Because of the limited access that they have, they don't have much choice but to come in around the building.
Do they have authorization, are they going to encroach on that other property?
It's, I believe it's a common drive.
Oh, okay.
Because the existing driveway to the existing house is in that location. I guess with that, I'll leave it open to questions.
Have you looked at this, Caitlin? Any questions?
Yeah, does the current system have a drain field?
No, it's just, cesspools typically are just a stone-lined, dry laid, and it leaches out through the sidewalls.
Gotcha.
There appears to be two of them.
Yeah, that's what the engineer is showing.
That's currently there, or that will be?
They're currently there. Those would be pumped and then filled.
Right, backfilled.
And graded.
And replaced with a 1,500, I assume it's a three-bedroom home?
I'm not sure how many bedrooms it is, but it's a two-chamber 1,500-gallon
Yeah,
tank, which is Title 5.
Right, normally it's 500 per bedroom.
Yeah.
To answer your question, David, I did look at this. This is a pretty straightforward project proposal that the commission sees quite a bit, septic upgrade. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward.
So you don't see any stumbling blocks that should concern us, and we can proceed to
No. Yep, no concerns.
Okay.
So we can close the hearing and vote on it? Correct?
Comfortable with what they have for
Yeah, unless I don't think there's anyone else in the audience there.
like the silt fence, you're comfortable where the silt fence or baffles are being placed?
Is it just on the lower
I'm sorry, what was that?
property line?
Silt fence or any retention?
The erosion controls are this brown line.
Oh, okay.
And they're also the limits of work.
Okay.
All right, okay. And then, did you want to put, Caitlin, a time limit on stored materials, or?
Yeah, that's a pretty special condition. The that the board has required for a negative determination, so, no long-term stockpiling of materials. Never defined what long-term means.
Okay.
But I think these types of projects are relatively short. They are usually done within a month, I would assume, start to finish.
Any material that's excavated and is suitable for backfill would be used. The grades coming up over the tank in these heavy lines are the new grades of the system. So when I say temporary storage, typically what it is if it's suitable material when they do the leach field, then they would use it outside of the field system itself. So other than that, I would say that a week to 2 weeks would be more than adequate.
Okay. And that's all on the uphill portion of the...
Yes, actually, the only portion that's within the 100 feet is, the 100-foot line is right here. So the work on the tanks and the corner of the leach field are within the 100 feet. Everything else is outside of it.
Would be the grade difference? It says 10 feet. Is that your grade height, or is that just at that point?
The design calls for this elevation, this contour here, being extended around just to level off the area, because you've got the pipes between the tank and the field.
Right. What was the grade difference, my question?
The grade difference, right now they're showing that elevation 141 as the top.
So, right.
Yeah, so the finished grades will be different on the downhill side, but the yard grade is pretty much going to stay the same.
Thank you. Caitlin, did you happen to take a site visit to this property to see what the pitch runoff would be? I mean, is it steep property?
Unfortunately, no, I did not. I did review, I just did an online desktop review of aerials and GIS.
No worries.
Okay.
I'm good.
If there's no other questions, I'll take the motion to close this public hearing.
Also, I make a motion to close the public hearing for 3 Leland Road.
Adam Zucker, second.
Peter Kokinis, second.
How do you vote, Peter?
Peter Kokinis, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Dave Chury, aye.
Valstone, aye.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
Good luck.
Very good.
Thank you. Okay, so
We would want to vote on the actual determination here. So a -3 determination would be appropriate. So the -3 determination states that work is proposed in the 100-foot buffer zone to a wetland resource area. However, it will not impact the wetland resource areas. And then I believe we just discussed the one special condition of, no long-term stockpiling of materials in the buffer zone.
we can define long-term, 60 days should be sufficient.
The contractor's going to want to finish up
Oh, yeah.
and move out, so...
We use that field for animals too, so we're not...
Oh, okay.
The stockpile itself is outside of the 100-foot
Buffer zone.
Those animals, are those your,
Miniature ponies.
they're not your husbands?
No.
Oh, okay. It's just a bad joke.
Truly.
Miniature ponies that don't do well climbing.
things. Smaller than the German Shepherd. Yeah.
Okay.
Adam Zucker moves we issue a -3 determination for 3 Leland Road septic with the special condition of no long-term storage or stockpiling of material on site.
Paul Khalil, second.
Any further discussion? Okay, let's take a vote. Peter?
Peter Kokinda, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye.
Dave Turi, aye.
Valstone, aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You gotta say people out there with that first vote and the second.
Yes.
No, you're not good. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Okay, since you took care of all the other business, new old business, we,
Oh, we gotta do Clark Street.
Clark Street. Yeah.
Clark Street.
No, you did Clark.
You did,
Yeah,
Yes.
You did Clark.
we did.
Oh, we did?
Extended it.
Yeah, you issued a COC.
so they,
And I think that with all of the public hearings and the COC off the agenda, I might jump off now unless there was, Rich or Lane, was there anything else?
No, no, you can definitely jump.
thank you.
We'll get the baby to bed.
Okay, all right. Thank you all. Have a great night.
You too.
Good night.
Okay, so everybody has seen the proposal from Water and Wetlands to treat the ponds, the waterways. So we'll accept a motion. Do we use CPC funds for that?
Yes.
Yes.
I did want to tell you, you can vote and then I'll tell you about Populatic. So,
Well, why don't you go ahead and talk about Populatic now? That's part of this.
well, yeah, it's kind of part of the separate. So, all right. So Charles River Watershed
Shed.
Association had reached out to us. There's a resident that lives on Populatic Pond who wanted to do some vegetation removal to improve the water conditions on there. So I'm in discussions with them that with CRWA, Charles River Watershed Association, maybe doing a essentially kind of a pond community event to remove water chestnut. So I was in touch with Water and Wetlands, and we'll see how this plays out, but to try to do something, they would do that in conjunction with. So I'll keep you posted, but
Water and Wetlands would kind of manage.
well, they're going to be paying. Obviously, we're
Yeah.
paying them to do their work, but if there might be a way where residents could kind of,
Help.
as a community event, help.
Right, but that
Pitch
would
in.
require hand pulling with
Yeah.
no machinery,
Yeah, so,
and that would be stipulated.
correct, yeah.
They would
Actually, I
come
know
before
Caitlin
the
jumped
board.
off, but the other thing is that we might need to do a permit to do that too, so I'll be discussing with her to do that.
As far as what I understand, because I took part in the Highland Lake hand pulling, and it was, quite comical at best. All of us, all seniors, suited up and, hip waders out there hand pulling, but it was feeble attempt at best, only due to the fact that it was actually, because of the extent of the water chestnut, it was actually over 1.5 feet deep. But we did, several times give it
Give it a shot.
a valiant effort, I assure you. But, at the end of the day, it was to the point we had to bring in a mechanical harvester, and now we, treat it every year. How bad is Populatic Pond? I don't have a visual. Have you personally?
No, I haven't.
Right.
So I don't know.
I haven't seen it recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad, Caitlin.
But I think it's,
Because they spray
noticeable.
that. They spray that as well every year, don't they? Wetlands? As far as I understand, I think I saw it last
What's the?
on the CPC funds.
Yeah, is it in the shared drive with the one for the? Yeah. So for CPC, for Populatic, it's hand polling that you had talked about. I don't,
Last season, I believe I saw it on the invoice.
yeah, for chemical?
Right, chemical treatment.
Okay. So
You know,
this is-
again, I could be wrong, it was last season,
No,
but
I
I'm pretty
think
sure,
you're right.
pretty sure
Yeah,
it
so I
was.
guess they're recommending in this case to do, the hand polling?
Along with the, treatment spraying.
Let me ask them, just to clarify.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be
Let's
best,
not
sure.
take, we won't vote on it. We'll leave it till April and get some clarification.
But we could probably vote on the other, Mills Pond and Highland
Yeah.
Lake as
Well,
well.
you could vote on it's up to you, but you could vote on the hand polling. I mean, if it
If it does require a permit, then, we
So
could
we
just.
can't-
subject to getting the permit.
We can't vote on just saying that we grant them approval to treat the ponds in whatever fashion that they seem as appropriate.
This is the association, not wetlands, correct?
No, this is water and wetlands I'm talking about.
Right.
I threw you a curveball by telling you that this is already up in queue that they were gonna go out there, water and wetlands.
Right.
I don't think the resident who lived on Populatic Pond had any idea that what.
It entails,
Well, yeah, it entails, but also probably that we already have a treatment program in place. I think because he didn't reach out to the town. He reached out to Charles River Watershed Association and said, hey, I want to help out. I live on Populatic Pond, and that's how it came about. So then the representative from, the contact from Charles River said, hey, you think the town would want to do something? They have done it in other communities as a community event to do that. So we talked about the idea of doing the hand polling. I'll let you know. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off because
the only thing I will mention,
but
having.
it sounds like it's kind of some pretty tough work. So they might.
It's not for the faint at heart.
Yeah.
I will say that. Along with the other part of it, it has to be taken off-site because those seeds will wash back in. Up to 2 and 3 and 5 years later, they will reseed. So that's the other thing. It's not just pulling it out.
No,
it has to be taken off-site. Last time we used DPW and, it was quite an ordeal. It was, tons and tons. So I don't know the state personally at Populatic. Personally, I haven't been there, but perhaps it's worth asking. I'll just see how they feel and what their anticipations are.
In terms of water wetland, you mean?
Well, yeah, they're the pros.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I can reach out. I haven't talked to them. I'll talk to them a little bit more and see, so, one of the things, and I don't know if this is actually going to happen with the resident, this community event, because they wanted to do it on a Saturday, and Water Wetlands not going to do it on a Saturday.
Clearly
They got the
not.
schedule, so.
Sure.
I'm just.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah, it's Monday through Friday. So I don't know if it's going to happen, but I just want to let you know.
No, surely.
That at least the resident was interested.
Ambitious. No.
Yeah, so.
It could be in addition to the water treatment, chemical treatment.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll find out about the water treatment. I guess the other thing it's not on here, but they do need to get us back a proposal for treatment for Comey's Pond, though. I don't have that yet, so
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear back from them. But if you want to take care of City Mills and Highland,
Easy enough. That's how you big fella.
Are we looking for a motion?
We are,
Yeah.
yeah.
if you don't mind.
I move, and I think it dozed off a couple of minutes ago.
Motion to-
Water and wetlands treat.
I
City Mills
move we
Pond.
approve the water and wetlands treatment on Populatic, City Mills.
No,
Except for Populatic, City Mills, Highland Lake in calendar year 2026.
Paul Khalil, second.
any further discussion? Okay, let's take the vote. Peter?
Peter Kokinda, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Wilson, aye.
Dave Turri, aye.
Valson, aye.
Okay, that passes. Okay, what is this line item about conservation members doing site visit?
I don't know, I guess, was there some conservation members that wanted to do that?
I don't recall anything specific.
No.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, we do it by project,
Yeah,
but, yeah.
As needed.
so I guess I would say,
You moved it, Adam.
don't worry about it. How's that?
What you
Okay.
thinking?
All right, the March 16th Select Board meeting, they're going to have a Southwood update.
Yeah, so if you want to attend, well, obviously you're welcome to attend. It's a public meeting. If you wanted to attend as a body, in terms of like a commission, and think you might want to participate, we just need to post it. But if you just want to attend either virtually or in person, you certainly can. And then from that meeting, if you feel like there needs to be additional follow-up with them, I will say that they're going to need to come back to you at some point to permit what they got to do.
Yeah.
But,
Regardless.
so it's a little bit early, but
Do you know what time that meeting is at?
it starts at 7. I don't know where it will be on the agenda.
Okay.
I don't know, no,
7.
but it starts at
Okay.
7, yeah, so
7-ish, we'll call it.
7-ish, yeah.
So we could attend as...
You could attend, you just can't,
Yeah.
obviously, you can attend in person, it's just, as a body. you
Open
can't-
meeting, sure.
Yeah, we don't want to get into,
So we wouldn't go in and say, hey, I'm from the Conservation Commission, I have a question for you.
correct.
Just
We
another
could go-
face in
yeah.
the
You
crowd.
can go as with your resident hat on and just
Yeah, okay.
listen along. Yeah, so,
I'll do that by Zoom.
sure.
Yeah, me too.
Conservation agent position.
All right, so obviously you know that Caitlin left us.
What?
And good for her that she's bettering herself, which is good for her. Not as good for us, because now we don't have a conservation agent. However, what we are planning to do in order to hopefully maybe be a little bit more attractive, competitive, is to partner with Rentham. So in one sense, we would lose time because we would go to, the position would go 40 hours. But, so Caitlin was budgeted for 31 hours a week. But the budget, as you've followed along here municipally, it's been pretty tight. And so we're asked to be tight in our belt, but the opportunity to share an agent with Rentham allows us to make it a 40-hour position. In addition, I think it's going to give us a chance to be a little more competitive in terms of what we offer, at least from a salary perspective. It's not a union position.
Yeah.
It's a management position. Rentham's agent's retiring, so they need to replace that person as well. There would be an intermunicipal agreement between Rentham and Norfolk for that position shared. They would similarly, just like Caitlin did in her position, I'm the immediate supervisor, but working on the direction of the Conservation Commission. That person would be doing the same thing. The person would actually be, in this particular instance, an employee of the town of Norfolk. So in terms of benefits and so forth, they would be a Norfolk
It
employee.
would be like an in-and-out fund?
What we would do is, we would actually bill the town of Rentham for the portion of it, and they would
Okay.
fund it to the town. We have a shared agreement, like with the Board of Health. We're shared between, Franklin, Rentham, and Norfolk. They're actually been Rentham employees, and they just bill us on a quarterly basis for our share of the portion of doing it. So, go ahead.
By upping it to a full-time position, naturally, you would have to include benefits, so.
Yeah, it's a fully
Right,
benefit position,
right.
correct.
So
yes.
therefore, a couple of quick questions I have. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, it seems as though the price goes up, but our hours are still going to maintain approximately 30, and
No,
that's
the hours will
shared,
go
may
down
even
to-
less.
What's that?
May be less because we're shared,
Yeah.
maybe 20 and 20,
But by
right?
managing the agent properly, it depends what programs are going on.
And
And
what
if
age.
it's active in Rentham and we don't have anything going, the person doesn't have to spend 20 hours
No,
here.
understandable, sure. The only question is, Richard had just said, their agent is retiring, so.
We have to
Right,
advertise.
I'm just a little hesitant. I would, like to see it perhaps on a temporary basis to see how it would work out before locking into a contract. And again, that's just,
So the approach
Go ahead.
what we talked about with the town administrators, it would be at least for a year to be able to share it, to give it, a chance to see if it works or not. But the towns could, dissolve it in terms of go a different direction if they want. Again, as part of that, if we would do that, we also want to make that person known, like if they take the job, that's a possibility that could happen, that we may need to
Yeah, that's just
separate it
fair
out.
enough, sure. So it would be a one-year contract.
Yeah, it'd be a
As
1 year.
With a re-up potentially.
Correct, yeah.
Right, not automatic potentially. Right,
No, we have to evaluate each year
right.
to do that.
Part of the issue we've had, is that if you look at, because we're surrounded by towns that have full-time agents, they're getting paid 40 hours a week. So there's quite a disparity, between what we were offering and then what other towns are offering to start.
to
So it's
attract
harder, where here, you can offer a little more between the towns because we get somebody that's experienced, like Caitlin. It would be a good opportunity, but it was hard, after Janet left, trying to find somebody that would stay, and, they tend to find, start and then at 31 hours, and then they get a full-time job, because they get the
Yeah.
extra 10 hours somewhere else.
No, understandable. It's more attractive if you can offer the benefits.
And hopefully,
the
we'll
full-time
attract,
qualified help, in
yeah.
a sense.
Yeah, and the other, in the big, larger picture, I know that we will need to, just in general, go through, look at some of these positions in terms of where they are, in terms of step and grades and so forth. But at least where, with the two towns, there's bandwidth to be able to be more, we could move further in terms of the pay to try to bring somebody if we need to in terms of quality. So that's the advantage, well, if you will, hopefully. And matching with the hours too. So
Yeah.
if you got a higher rate of pay, but you only have so many hours, it really doesn't matter, right? So to speak. So,
The most important thing is, getting the right person at the right position, always.
absolutely.
And if they're willing to work what we're able to pay, even all the better, sure.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, again, we'll have to, now, the timing, Rentham's town meeting is not till June. So we're, Caitlin's still gonna be helping us out for a bit. So we're gonna kind of limp along. I'm gonna be helping you out. We're gonna have to band this together until we get to that. But I gotta talk with the town administrators. What I'd like to do is at least get it out, advertised, at least
Prior to June.
prior to June 1st, so we don't lose more time.
Do we know when the Rentham agent's retiring?
We don't know the exact time when they're retiring. I know you're thinking of doing something in between, or
Right, and temporarily.
I'll have to look into it. I'll explore,
Again, as we had done prior to, putting an ad on the page, local Facebook page, to get board members, had quite a terrific reply. I think it was 4, you said, 4
Yeah.
individuals.
Yeah, we did.
Perhaps it's worth, running an ad and just see if we get any bites.
Well,
you're not-
there's a municipality website for
as well.
positions.
Right,
There is.
through Norfolk,
I
right.
don't know if you actually know this or not, but Caitlin, we were able to get Caitlin because I had reached out to a consultant and said, hey, you have
Yeah, her
anybody?
mother worked for the Russ's company.
Yeah, but actually she was working for
Beta.
Tom Beta.
Right.
So I reached
The
out.
Seacon Street Forest.
Yeah, so Laura, who works at Beta, she was one of the ones that reached out. This was a few years ago. I'm like, hey, you got anybody? So it worked out well, right? But it's
Difficult.
It's difficult, yeah,
Sure.
because they have, as you know,
Specific.
you saw her skills, right? So
Specific.
yeah,
Specific skill
You got
set.
spoiled.
Specific skill sets, sure.
Yeah, so that is the plan, to do that. If it doesn't work, we'll have to go back to, it's a critically important position, so it's not like it's not a position.
Nothing we need to do for the town meeting,
No, there isn't
because the
anything.
position is already,
It's already there, yeah, so, I'm just letting, just give you an update.
Yeah.
Where we're at. You want to transition to the open space?
yeah,
All right.
Sure.
So,
a roll.
so we had,
There you go.
you have at least 3 members so far in your steering committee, which Peter is your rep. Kevin Roach is the select board, and then Jill Lawrence is the Recreation Commission rep. We met back in January to go over the survey questions, to get some feedback from the 3 of them. And from January to literally today, we're going back and forth on the survey questions, the wording and so forth. So the survey is done. We're putting out the link, so the survey is live now to take the survey for the residents. I did earlier tonight, I reached out to the Rentham Norfolk paper and gave them the flyer with the QR code and kind of your charter in terms of the open space recreation, to say, hey, do a story and put that in there. So we're going to start to push it out there, but so encourage you. So it's two ways to do it. You still have paper, so we're not abandoning those that want to still use paper. So we'll have the paper copies here at Town Hall, downstairs by the rec office, at the library, and then over at the Council on Aging Center. And there's drop boxes at each one of those locations where they can fill the survey out and then put it in there. And there's accompanying maps, as you'll see when you go take the survey, for each of the locations. Those maps will be there as well to kind of help people taking the survey. So we're going to start to push it out now. You can spread the word, social media, so forth, that the survey is out. And we'll put it out there for a while, actually. So we're not going to, it may be at least a month or so to try to, and continue to get the word out for people to take the survey.
And also the advertising for residents.
Correct.
We're looking for candidates.
And then kind of pulling back from that when I'm not sure what we talked about. I'm pretty sure Caitlin talked to you about this, I think. But if not, in terms of getting the residents to be members of the Open Space Steering Committee, is with the launch of the survey. And as we start the process, there's a question if you want to, get involved. I think that will be a nice way to kind of stimulate interest and understand what's involved and maybe generate.
4 residents are required, aren't there?
4 residents, correct. So what we did, we kind of set it in stages so at least the steering committee could start working and then recruit residents. So that's the approach. Because, understandably, somebody volunteers, they don't know what's involved or what they're not.
Yeah.
So hopefully it generates some interest. So
Have you developed a timeline at all
for what?
to complete it?
We did. We'll come back and we'll update the timeline because the timeline's already shifted out, unfortunately, because
Better be flexible.
it's taken a little bit more time to get the survey done than anticipated. And which is not unusual. I mean, but this is the big start now.
Yeah.
The survey's starting, so.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right. Any other business?
But do you want to talk about an interview schedule?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, yes. Apologies.
So, yeah, we have the 4 candidates. Rich and I and Elaine interviewed one of them already, just to see what their knowledge base is, where they're coming from. And we'd probably do that for these other 3, but let them come in front of the commission and
I think that's best.
interview them.
Truly
yeah.
get a better feel.
So the idea is to have have a special meeting, invite all the candidates in, you can interview them all.
Any idea or date, time on a special meeting?
So we were thinking,
Approximately.
yeah, so we were thinking, actually, the week of
Struggling, Paul.
the 23rd?
Happens to the best of us, trust me. My eyes don't work as good in my hands.
Right.
You know?
So
I got a birthday coming up again. Hate that.
March 23rd is a possible date. Board of Health is meeting on 24th, so that won't work. You can interview on your own if you like. I have a meeting on the 25th, but the 26th of March, the 30th of March. The objective would be to get that all done before your April 1st meeting.
Yeah.
So then you can make recommendations to the select board at your April 1st meeting. So any of those dates you think work for you? There's any conflicts? Any thoughts?
I'm available.
You're thinking evening?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything would be in the evening, yeah.
Presumably 7.
I mean,
Assumption?
you could start a little bit earlier if you wanted to.
And they probably shouldn't be more than half an hour, 45 minutes each.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
At the most, yeah.
If you want, if you want to start at, I mean, we could do 7, or you can go a little bit earlier. It's up to you. I mean,
Let's just meet us at Sunshine Pizza.
Yeah.
Just make sure that
No, let's keep it
who
business.
that we're
Let's
interviewing
keep
can
it
be here.
business.
If we start at 6:30, pick the 1 or 2 that can be.
we'll pick the ones that can be here at 6:30. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, since we're advertising a petition that starts at 7, so.
Essentially, what I would offer is that I would say, okay, 6:30, 7, 7:38. You know, pick
Yeah.
a slot. That kind of.
Yeah.
But what do you think in terms of a date? Is any conflicts or come up, or do you think of the dates? So again, 23rd, which is a Monday. Then there's you could do it here on the 20th.
I had written.
I'd steer away from the
26th and the 30th.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I thought I had written here the 24th, the 26th, or the 30th. Those were potential days, yes?
Not the 24th, I'm sorry, because the Board of Health's in this room on the 24th.
So the
Okay,
26th?
26th, 30th, yeah.
23rd is also a
The 3rd,
possibility.
23rd, yeah. So 23rd, 26th, 30th.
I mean, I'm good with the 26th. If
23rd, 26th, either of those is fine with me.
I won't be able to make it on Mondays, but I can do the
26th.
the 26th.
26th?
Everybody else good on the 26th? Jim?
I'm available if remote is an option those 2 days.
We will make it available.
I can do any of those.
What's up?
I can do any of those.
Okay. Yeah, well, it was
26th.
Yeah, we'll make 26th.
Yeah. Shoot for the 26th.
And you said start at 6?
30?
6:30. right?
Yeah, 6:30. Does that work? 6:30?
So, yeah, if Elaine, you could put a notice out to the candidates.
So
And if you
can-
could, just send me a reminder as well, kid. 6:30
Yep.
on the 26th. I'll plan for it, Shirley.
It's on the calendar.
There you go.
Super, thank you. It concludes for me. I don't know if you have any.
Okay, I don't have anything else.
Oops.
Then you have the favorite motion next.
Adam Zucker moves we close this meeting.
Second?
Paul Khalil, second.
Peter?
Peter Bookenda, aye.
Paul Khalil, aye.
Adam Zucker, aye.
Jim Olson, aye.
Dave Turi? Aye.
Valstone, aye.
Okay, the meeting is closed.